How's my how you guys doing? I think it's guitar lesson time. Um, I had said, and it's true, or I would have said it. I don't lie except to say I don't lie, which might be a lie. Just kidding. But I wasn't going to do it. I wasn't going to do the lesson at all. I had made a revelation of my own, and I was going to hold it to myself. But I ultimately tell you guys my process and lay it out. So here I am. I'm going to show you what the breakthrough was, but in the context of the greater whole of music theory as I understand it. And I'm going to start from the overtone series and go all the way to Mozart. And if you do Mozart, you can go all the way to the modern stuff. So the overtone series to Mozart to modern. Just my little version of a music theory. And I figured out the last piece of it, or very important piece of it, on my walk yesterday, which was my little breakthrough. So let's do it. Pick a note. Let's say C. The first overtone is the octave. An octave above that, which is no new interval because the octave is the same note. Then that's 2 to 1. Then 3 to 2 is a fifth above that. C to G. 4 to 3 is a fourth above that. G to C. 5 to 4 is a major third above that. E to C to E, or E to C. C to E. C to E. 6 over 5 is a minor third above that, which is G over E. Then there's a seventh overtone. Set would be 7 over 6 or whatever is not in tune. It's between A and B flat. So it's between a major sixth and a minor seventh. It doesn't really fit the pattern. So then you go to 8, and 8 over 6 is G to C, or 8 over 6 is G over C, G to C. 8 over 6 is a perfect fourth, G to C, and now you've gone all the way from 1 to 8, excluding 7. This is called 1 to 6 is called the scenarios. It's not even in Google, but I read it and I believe it. And that forms what's the basis of a C major triad: C, G, and E. From all those overtones, if you put them all in one group, you get a C major triad. Or you can go. However, okay, fair enough. That gives you the basis of a C major triad. Then just move it up a fourth to get an F major, and that's 1/4 away from the C major. I'll move it up a fifth to G major, which is up a fifth from C, and you get 3 chords all in order of perfect fifths or perfect fourths: F, C, G, G, C, F, and all those together make a C major scale. And then just move the scale into all 12 keys. And you have all the major scales in music, and it's all modes of that. Except, this is what hit me yesterday. What about the A minor thing, and why is that? Because first of all, let's do a minor triad. Let's do let's pick the note C again. Okay, so let's move the C up a little bit. Move it up to here. That's a C. We're into the undertones now. They don't exist in nature, but they exist theoretically. 2 to 1 or 1 to 2 downward is an octave down. 2 to 1 down, and then 2 to 3 down gives you a perfect fifth below that, which is C to F. And then 4 to 3 down gives you a perfect fourth below that, which is F to C. And 5 to 4 down gives you major third below the F, which is F to A flat. That's 5 to 4 down, and then 6 to 5 down is a minor third below that, which gives you A flat to F. Yeah, and then the 7 to 6 down would give you in between a D and an E flat. So but it's neither. So it doesn't really fit. And then 8 to 6 down is a perfect fourth below that. Wait, let me think. Yeah, fourth below that. Which is wait, let me make sure I'm doing this right. Okay, that's F, and then if I go wait a minute. Okay, so I did C to C, C to oh, I'm right. I just didn't think I was right. And then a perfect fourth below that would be F to C. That's 8 to 6 down. Couldn't count the frets right. I just woke up and barely. So there you have the scenarios going downward. And all those notes, C, C, F, C, A flat, F, C, give you an F minor triad if you go upward with it. We count triads from the bottom up, not the top down. It's just the way we do it conventionally in Western music, and so all the undertones of the C, starting on C, give you F minor. And that's a minor triad, a fourth below the note you started on. No, a fifth below the note you started on. Yeah, a fifth below the note you started on. So it's a fifth below C, which is the original note I started on. But that shows the basis of the minor triad in Western music, based on the undertone series. But move that up to A. Just move it up a major third to A, and you have an A minor triad. We'll turn and move that up a fourth, and you get a D minor. Move it a fifth, and you get an E minor. So those three triads make an Aeolian mode, which is the sixth mode of the C major scale. And so far so good, but it doesn't sound very good because it doesn't, that E minor doesn't convincingly go to A minor very well. So for Western music, we raised the sharp the third of the E minor to make it an E major. And now we have A minor, D minor, E major. Those three chords give you an A harmonic minor scale. Move it up to all 12 keys, up and down to all 12 keys, and you have all 12 harmonic minor scales in music. And between the majors and the minors, you have all 24 possible keys, which is cool. And you have but you can also think of the A minor as you can think of it as an A major, but with an A minor and a D minor instead of A major and D major. So if you can almost think of the E major as belonging to A major, but I flattened it to A minor, and then in A major you would have D major, which I flattened to D minor. So you can think of it as an altered major scale. The A minor harmonic minor is an altered A major scale. Only you need to make two alterations: flat the third, flat the sixth, to make A minor and D minor instead of A major and D major, and you now have a harmonic minor. Or you can think of A minor as, like I started out to think of it as an altered Aeolian mode, or a natural minor. No one cares about natural minor, but Aeolian, but with an E major borrowed from A major. Get that? It's an Aeolian, but with an E major borrowed from A major. So it's a hybrid A major minor thing, but it works. And if you understand all that, the undertone series, the minor triad, the major triad, going up and down fifths to make three chords, to make a scale, and changing it, altered if you have to, then you know music. if you really get that, that's all you need to really understand. And then the C major can be altered to have an F minor instead of an F major, but still have a G major, and now you have the C harmonic major scale. And again, with the A harmonic minor, you can also make a D major instead of a D minor, which raises the sixth from a minor sixth to a major sixth, and now suddenly you have an A melodic minor scale. Which you can think of as an A major scale, but with an A minor triad instead of an A major triad, or alternately an A major scale with a flatted third. So you can think of that as taking from the A major, but flatting the third to make it an A minor, but then still have D major and E major. Okay, easy enough. And then there's the C harmonic major, which is C major, F minor, G major, can become a C harmonic minor just by flattening the third to make it a C minor triad. Then you have the C harmonic minor scale. C minor, F minor, G major, C minor, that's C harmonic minor, and so forth. And right back to C harmonic major, make the C major again. C major, F minor, G major, C major. C harmonic major. And then and again the A melodic minor can become A harmonic minor once again just by making the G major a D minor instead, flattening the sixth back from a major sixth to a minor sixth, giving you A minor, D minor, and E major, which again gives you a harmonic minor. From there you can sharp the A minor to A major, and now you would have A major, D minor, E major, which gives you A harmonic major. So that's all you really need to know. If you understand that, not just know it as information, you really have music under your belt. And then just changed all the keys. I picked A minor and C major because that's the keys. That's the keys that correspond to the white notes of a piano. But by sharpening or flattening any of those notes according to the key signature in, you get any of the 12 keys. And I could have started on any of them. There's 12 keys. There's 12 major keys. There's 12 minor keys. So that makes the 24 keys. Or alternatively, there's each note has a major key and a minor key, and there's 12 notes. So again, 24 keys. But I really get it. I'm not playing at this anymore. I really understand it, which makes me able to do just about anything that conceptually I want to do with music. Don't believe me, then just ask me. Just kidding. The trick yesterday was to realize that minor thing. I realized, oh yeah, the A minor and D minor and E minor all come from the white keys too, just as much as the C major, F major, and G major come from the white keys. They're both there. And when I got that yesterday, oh yeah, there's an A minor, D minor, E minor in the white keys too. All I did was raise the third of the dominant of the E minor to make it E major. Suddenly I have a harmonic minor. Move to all 12 keys and I'm golden. And that's a lot easy to say maybe if you just were reading it, because anything's easy to say if you don't know what the fuck you're talking about. But to really understand all that is a really cool thing. And it really takes some thought and meditation and effort probably. I'm giving you a heads up by telling you so you can do a shortcut and just listen to me and just do follow the logic I just said instead of doing it all on your own like I did. I didn't have a teacher for any of this. I just did it all on my own. There's a book by Ernst A. Levy called A Theory of Harmony that helped me, that they had at the Honnold Library in Claremont College's library. After I dropped out of Harvey Mudd, I checked it out, which helped me with the overtone series and how that relates to the major triad and the minor triad. But other than a book or two like that, I didn't have anyone helping me. But that's what it's all about. It's just a simple, major triad, minor triad, up a fourth, up a fifth, back to the root. That's minor, major, triad, up a fourth, up a fifth, back to the root. That's a C major scale. Scales come from chords, and chords come from overtone and undertone series. It's that simple. Overtone and undertone series construct chords. Chords construct scales, and from scales we make music. And I'm not as intimidated by music as I was before this breakthrough. I was really intimidated by, especially the minor thing. I didn't really have it under my belt. I couldn't figure out why A minor, why G minor, why E minor. Am I just making that up? Do I have a reason to say that? Am I just grasping at straws? But no, those three triads are also in the white notes of the piano. Everybody yaps so much about the C major scale, they forget to say sometimes the A minor scale within the white keys as well. Then just make the E minor into an E major, and you have the A harmonic minor scale. And people just don't do that. They just think, oh, I made a C major scale, I'm cool, but they didn't do the other side. You have to have yin and yang, not just one or the other, even though one is good and the other is good too, though. Yeah, and then of course the C major has the A minor is called the relative minor to that. Because they share the same notes. I mean, no, yeah, but different note of the starting note. But they are the same notes, but don't have the same key tonic note. Therefore, relative. The relative major to A minor is C major. The relative major to C major is A minor. Then there's parallel minor and major. The parallel minor to C major is C minor. Different notes, but same tonic to start the scale on. That's called parallel major and minor. The parallel minor of C major is C minor. A minor has a parallel major. The parallel major to A minor is A major. So A minor, parallel major, same root note, but different notes, different key signatures, but same starting note for the tonic. That sounds like I said a lot or not, and it sounds like it's significant or not, and it sounds like easy or hard. But if you just understood everything I just said, you'd know enough to get 90% on all your music theory tests and be able to do music and not be intimidated by it and understand it. I don't know if it's that easy for you guys to just have me hear it and then do it, or if you have to think about it just like I did, or if my talking helps you think about it. But either way, you get this material, you have music. A little example, let's do A major. A little thing called voice leading. Sometimes you don't go A major to D major like that. You go, see, same notes, but still D major. I switch the note voicing around. Still, I'm going prettier maybe. And then for the E major to A major, I may go. Come on, dude. Sounds a little prettier. Instead of, I went. It was pretty voice leading, so I can go, or to do that in voice leading. That's major. How about A minor? Well, I can go. I can also go. Same thing, but voice leading a little prettier. And the 5 to 1 minor is just. Pretty. Just go all the keys. You can do a major third at the end of a minor key phrase by just changing the minor to major. Like like this. It's called a pick or D third. Ending on a major chord, even though it's a minor key. You still have to treat it like a minor key. You just had the major third at the end instead. It's not a major scale per se. It's just ending a minor scale progression on the parallel major chord instead of the minor. You do that in all the keys. Isn't that hard? But it's even the easiness of music is hard because it just you don't see it because it's staring you right in the face. Some people have known this so long that nobody takes care to actually learn it for themselves. They just go, well, I don't understand it, but I'll just play music. But you don't get it from your heart that way. You're not playing from your gut. You're just playing from your fingers. There's a difference in that. And the modes of the harmonic minor. The fourth mode is called Dorian sharp 4. First, let's do the first A harmonic minor. All right. What was I gonna do? I like forgetting. What was I gonna say? Modes. Oh yeah. Then there's the fourth mode, which would be D Dorian sharp 4. Okay. Fifth mode, Phrygian dominant. Back to the first one. Harmonic minor. Those are the main modes of the harmonic minor that are useful. The others really aren't as useful. As far as the C major, you have the fourth mode, which is Lydian. Fifth mode is mixed Lydian. The G mixed Lydian. So forth. Sixth mode is A alien. Seventh mode is B diminished, which the B Locrian, which supports the B diminished, the B Locrian. Like C major. C major is also called C Ionian. And D minor is D Dorian. E minor is E Phrygian natural, or just E Phrygian. And we started with F Lydian. There's all your modes. People often don't use Locrian, but I like it. What's wrong with that? I like it. And then do that in all the keys. And you have basically all there is to say about music. 7 note scales music, first of all, and tonal music rather than atonal. I didn't cover 12-tone or atonal music. And I didn't cover pentatonic, primitive music, country blues, and all that. But they're all not that hard once you get the main thing. The main thing is 7 notes. That's the hardest thing, and it's the main thing. From there, you can go to 12 notes or 5 notes, which one seems harder, which is 12 notes. One seems easier, which is 5 notes, but it's not that simple. Sometimes 12 notes is easier than 7. It's all math. It's all just not playing a note till you play all the others instead. Again, don't play any one note again until you play all the other 11. But that's not that hard of a rule, even though it's complex as far as the number of notes you're playing. And pentatonic music can be very complex, even though it's just 5 notes. You can get a lot of bending things that are important, and a lot of swing rhythm things that are important. And it can be just as hard as 7-note stuff when you actually get down to the brass tacks of actually playing. But the 7-note thing is to me the main and the hardest thing, even though the others are right up there with it in terms of in other ways. That's 7-note music, and that's basically what we live on musically. There's a lot of pentatonics, and there's even some dissonant 12-tone stuff that may disregard all the 7-note rules. But people don't usually like that 12-tone stuff, and only a few people like blues and country in reality. I love it, and people like it, but it's not mainstream. If we had to pick one, let's pick that type of music. If you had to pick one, it'd be Bach, Beethoven, Mozart, the 7-note thing that I just explained. And so love you guys. Peace, love, and rock and roll.